Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Soulight Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten. I have another Trump-related reading for you guys today. It's kind of a all over the place reading, really. I initially just wanted to know how the Hicks hearing would fare for her and for Trump and for the Republican Party and for the Democrats and the collective. And so I got some of that and a lot of other messages. Today is Tuesday, the 18th of June, and so I'm just going to deliver to you the messages that I have. I'm not sure how long it will take these things to play out. It may take a few weeks. Some of it will play out right away. Before I begin, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please share my videos with your friends. Make sure to comment. And join me on Patreon. Become a Patreon subscriber. Support the channel. Or donate. There's a button on the home page. Thank you so much to everyone who has supported the channel and my readings. So, like I said, this is kind of all over the place. I think it's got a lot of different stories that came in. I read in layers if you're new to the channel. So even though I may come in with one topic, I may get other topics that come in. So really one reading is like 3 or 4 in one session. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So we start off with, I'm using the 12 Chairs deck, the Deviant Moon Tarot, and Sibilla and Divina. And one Lavera Sibilla card, which you can't see in the camera view at this present moment. We start off with the King of Wands. This is someone who views themselves as superior to others. They give a lot of empty promises. I feel like this is Trump. Next to the Four of Wands, remember the question is, how will Hope Hicks' testimony affect her, Trump, the party, Republicans, Democrats, and the collective? So, next to the Four of Wands, I feel like he had a relationship with Miss Hicks. Could have been a romantic one in the past, but there's definitely an agreement, right, in the past. He's definitely a big influence on her. This king's outlook is to lead others into rebelling and is to rebel himself. One has to be careful when dealing with the King of Wands reversed, because he doesn't get success, and you could end up getting embarrassed or humiliated if you follow his lead. The power that the King of Wands assumes is not real power, and he can be abusive with his power, physically, emotionally, spiritually, energetically. And I feel he is definitely using his power to delay, to stonewall, to cause conflict. We have the Two of Swords in both decks showing up. The power that this king yields is assumed. It's not real power. Again, he's delaying, and I feel he's waiting for time to, timing is a factor. He's waiting for a certain date, a line you can't cross, a boundary of time. And if he can reach that time, if he could reach that, he can accomplish or succeed in, he feels getting a victory, right, over Congress, over an impeachment trial, that things would work in his favor if he could just delay. The cards warn, because the King of Wands threatens and he warns, and he's threatening and he's warning, but right now it's warning Hope Hicks, do not take his advice, or the advice that you're getting from a man is not sound advice, and you may regret taking it. Again, back to this King of Wands, he's someone who huffs and puffs a lot, full of a lot of hot air. And next to the Four of Wands, this could be him at his rallies with his supporters. Or with his party, anyone who's supporting him, his family. the White House. He huffs and puffs a lot. He blows a lot of hot air. So he's keeping them impassioned. He's keeping them heated. But he's keeping them angry, and being a negative influence, an influence of rebellion, which, like I said before, will surely lead to failure and embarrassment. He's abusing his power, and he's abusing members, or verbally. He's abusing his position. He's being so divisive. You can see here the divide is so strong. I think this is the way it was, right? Let's keep these up here for now. I'll pull them down as I need them. The divide is so strong. He's so divisive. There's a big racial issue here, too, I'm feeling very soon. Because the King of Wands reverse is bigoted, and then you see the stark contrast to the white and the black. So there may be some sort of racial conflict soon. Strong racial divide also says big important race. Racial divide, a big important race. That could be the presidential race, since it's next to the victory card, a card of ascension and power, and championship. But I feel like the world is not receiving his views well. If you can see, the world here is upside down. And a man walks alone. Even though this is supposed to be about Hope Hicks, we're kind of talking about Trump right now. Just bear with me. I feel like his views voiced, maybe at these rallies or whatever, something that he says or voices or declares very shortly, because this is in the top row, is going to cause a lot of divide in the world, not only in America, but in the world. It's going to be very unpopular here with this Three of Cups reversed. Okay? There's going to be a lot of people not wanting to be chained to this with this Devil card. His voice, his views, or his declarations will be unpopular. Many will want to release themselves from this devilish, I don't know if you can see it, devilish, crazy man here who's shitting himself. But following this guy's advice will surely be a mistake on Hope Hicks' part. On anyone's part, really, the cards are saying. This king will ultimately not be successful. So if that's a message that gives anyone comfort, that's good. But it's telling Hope Hicks he's not going to be successful. She's getting red flag warnings not to follow his advice. If this was her reading, it would say don't follow this agreement. His promises are empty. It's saying the same thing to his supporters. His promises are empty. Are you going to believe them again? This is someone who sucks up all your attention, who drains your energy, who's a slave master. And again, we get that bigoted energy here. Who's amplifying this false pride, talks a lot of shit, threatens, and throws about his power in rude ways. So he's just being more obnoxious than ever at his rallies. It's not going to stop. That's going to continue. He's going to continue to try and fuel hatred and racial divide and divisiveness, which is crazy because he thinks that the economy is enough to ensure the brown vote. Okay. I guess I'll find out. But as far as Hope Hicks goes, let's go back to her. I feel she will she's in conflict here with this Two of Swords, right? Her challenge is to tell the truth, and nothing but the truth, or to tell a lie, I guess, if she follows Trump's advice. Either way, it's gonna slit her throat, right? And metaphorically, nothing will be the same again. And once this truth or this lie is delivered, the sword of justice will fall. Consequence will be met. So it's going to be painful for someone, whether this is a truth or a lie, whether she communicates truth or whether she continues to help Trump stonewall Congress. I feel like we're also talking a little bit about this world conflict that we're in with Iran right now, Middle East conflict. I feel there may be some declaration soon, maybe a declaration or clash. I didn't get the Tower card, so I'm not going to say war, but there's definitely tension, and there may be some major announcement soon that the world will not be happy with. This will be very unpopular. But back to Hope, I feel she has a major choice or decision to make, and that choice or decision is going to have impact upon Trump's life. And also I see a lot of distortion and altering of perspectives, twisting of truths, mind fucking. You know, he plays a lot of mind games, not only with her, but also with everybody, the collective, the world. And there's a lot of distorting and twisting of reality and truths and lies. Truth is constantly being challenged, right? And by challenging truth, you accuse it of being false. So he's in accusatory energy. He's accusing truth of being false. Now, as I go forward, that's going to make sense in a minute when I pull out my clarifiers. But the real question we should be asking ourselves is not is truth because he tells us to question it, but what is this guy's truth? Well, what's up with his twisted reality? We're like all these millions and billions of people. This is just one dude. He's the common denominator. Let's just look at his truth. It's fucking distorted, and it's fucking crazy, man. This is a crazy man, right? And the crazy man is next to the asylum, the White House. That's the result of this reading that I just jumped to real quick. But let's go in order. In that order. Shout out to Mama D. You can tell I watch a lot of love and hip hop. A girl's got to have some guilty pleasures. So I feel like he wants her to communicate what he wants her to say, which is a distortion of the truth, right? So let's pull out the clarifiers. With victory and the Two of Swords, he's trying to block Congress from getting a victory, number one. He's trying to stonewall Congress from impeaching or cutting him, right? or from these legal hearings, from doing their investigation. I don't feel like he's trying to block impeachment. I feel like he thinks impeachment will propel him forward, especially if they wait too long. If they don't do it in a certain period of time. So he's trying to block. He may be trying to continuing to this. Sorry, my dog started barking, so I'm not sure where I left off. I had to pause the tape for a minute. Where was I? I was gonna read to you my clarifiers. So yeah, let's bring the clarifiers down. So, do you want to go out? Hold on, I gotta put my dog out. Sorry about that. I think I already talked about this one. Let's talk about the victory card. Like I said, he's trying to block her testimony, or block Congress from doing these hearings. He feels like by doing that, he will get a victory by doing that, because he feels like if they get the testimony that they're wanting, if they're getting this stuff publicly before the world, that it's going to definitely be a victory for them. So that's why it's all about stonewalling, and it's important for them to reach a certain boundary of time. With the Ace of Swords and the Some Money card, I feel like this is saying that time is running out, and if you're going to impeach my dear Miss Pelosi, you should do it now. With the female consultant here. But also, this can be representing not only Pelosi, but also Hope Hicks. Following either her own advice or her mother's advice. So Pelosi doesn't want to impeach. She really doesn't want to impeach. She wants to wait. But she's being warned to do it. She's got a period of time she needs to do it. I feel she will do it, but she'll wait to the last minute. She's waiting. She's waiting. Because she wants the right solution. She wants the right outcome. And she doesn't feel like the world is still knowledgeable or educated enough on what's going on. So she wants to bring out more. But time is a big factor. Timing has to be just right. But this card does say that victory goes to the one accused, and since he's the one who's doing all the accusing, I feel that, and the King of Wands doesn't get a success, that victory in the end, the Democrats get a victory, right? Or her tactic or her ploy will be successful in the end. Her waiting will hopefully, because there's a big warning here. She could wait too long, It's still, it's risky. And I can't tell you for sure exactly how it'll work out. Her timing's got to be just right. If that makes any sense to anybody. But I feel like next to this, Three of Cups, I've kind of got my cards a little bit out of order. Sorry. It was like this. Next to this Three of Cups, right here, the consultant is telling me that the lady isn't popular with her friends, with her party, right? Pelosi's views are not popular. Trump's views with the world are not popular. Trump's views on the Middle East or Iran are not popular. His divide is not popular. Hicks is not popular with her party because of the decision that she makes, what she's going to communicate, or her decision to come forward and communicate. It's not making them popular with their friends or their party or their house. And the world is definitely not happy about what's going on with Iran. Our world allies are our allies and our so-called friends, right? It feels like there's no real friends here. That's what that feels like to me. No real friends here in any kind of world conflict, and that's scary. That's scary. See the devil here? Okay. So with the Three of Cups and the devil, can you see? Three of Cups, the devil, and the waiting card, clarifying. Everyone, as a collective, I think, all parties that I've mentioned, Pelosi, Hicks, the world, the collective, our allies, want to separate and release themselves from this toxic crazy man. I mean, people are fed up. I mean, it's time for Trump to be done. It's time for Trump to be done. That's the energy I'm feeling. Enough with this crazy shit already. Can't really see. Yeah, enough with this crazy. We're going to lose a lot. We're going to lose allies. World allies that we need. Which is what Putin wants. Nancy still wants to wait. She's waiting. Where's my waiting card? She's waiting for the right time. Because she wants Trump to go to prison. This is the prison card, Eight of Swords. And Congress may be waiting for the right time as well to call in Trump Jr. or the child, the blonde, Ivanka. Or Jared. I could never tell the difference in the cards between Jared and Trump Jr. It's weird. They have a weird connection with Ivanka, I guess. I don't know. I just never seem to call that right. Call which one it is, so I just say both. They're waiting for the right time, or she's waiting for Pelosi's waiting for the right time to call them in, right, for their hearing. Because that's going to really make him get crazier than a shithouse rat. Shout out to Tyler from Tyler's Tarot. That's going to turn Trump into, he's going to make him crazier than a shithouse rat. And she's waiting for the right time to impeach as well, but she could be waiting too long. She's not careful. For Hope Hicks, she's holding herself back. She may hold herself back a little bit. She's a little bit intimidated, and there's some torment and fear to release herself from the man, from the connection, right? Fear that she has of releasing herself. She's been tied to him, and almost obsessively in a weird way, you know, because they all have this weird, like he has this weird obsessive following, you know. I've always said Trump is a cult leader, and he is. He has this weird magnetism, this weird obsessive following. His followers are obsessed with him. And she was obsessed with him too. She still is. She longs to separate herself and move on with her life. But she's also longs or is drawn to him and a future with him. Maybe based on a past promise that he won't keep. I'm not sure how connected I am today, guys. I've had some issues. There's some months that I'm not very connected, and then some months that I'm very connected to the cards. And I'm not sure how connected I am, so we'll just have to see how this plays out. I'm reading the cards to the best of my ability. Alright? So don't be too hard on me if I've got this one wrong. I always say that, and it ends up being, you know, pretty accurate, but just as a, you know, disclaimer, I'm not my most connected today. And just trying to get some videos up. So Nancy, you're being warned, you're waiting too long. Now let me try and speed this up. Maybe you can get my energy up right. I feel like this hangman, hopefully you can see him. This hangman, gosh darn it, I don't want to move the camera. Okay. This hangman is next to the impediment card reversed, okay? I'm just going to pick it up, I guess. Pull it over a little bit closer. Okay. Trump has gone crazy. Okay, I feel like Trump is. This is the result card of this reading. Trump, in the end of this, Trump is going to go fucking batshit crazy, right? And he's not going to be able to keep the shit from coming out. It's all going to come out. It's all going to come out. Be quiet, Mandy. My dog is throwing me off. Oh, I know why. The gardeners are here. She's barking at the gardeners. So I feel like the world is also saying, enough already. This man, the Congress, everybody is saying, as a collective, enough. This man is fucking insane. He's fucking insane. Why are we following this guy? What is going on? When is this crazy shit going to stop? And I feel Trump is radically shaken. And as far as the Middle East goes, I feel that Congress or Pelosi feel that there is not enough evidence or warrant to approve any kind of war with Iran. I don't know if they need congressional approval, but I feel like they go against his desire or his declaration. Now back to Hope Hicks. Her conclusion is that she doesn't see this situation ending well. And she may have realized through the help of a mother or an advisor or a counselor that she's put her faith in the wrong pony. But there is like this strong pull, right? This strong obsession, connection. But I think she's come to that realization, or is coming to it. That's why she's decided to come forward and agree to cooperate. But yet there is some uncooperation here with Three of Cups reversed, and some manipulation. I feel she will try to please both and avoid saying things directly, and may not give direct or conclusive answers with this world reversed. She's ready to move on from the situation, but the situation is not complete. I feel Congress as a collective will be dissatisfied with how she behaves, I guess, or they're not completely satisfied with her recall. But overall, I feel like she also doesn't fulfill Trump's wishes either. And that's why he's angry. Now with this Two of Swords reverse here, and the Chariot, there's no point in avoiding it any longer. It's time for her to come forward and deal with matters, to pick a side, to speak her piece, to make a final decision. Like I said before up here, I think she feels like she can do both and make both sides happy. She will be second guessing herself. She feels forced to do this. She feels she felt forced to do this. Legally, like forced to do this. And she's caught and torn in between the two. With Journey, it just tells me as a clarifier, she wants to move forward to a new life. I think she's in a new relationship. She's got the Two of Cups here. I think she's in a new relationship where she wants to get married. Maybe she's engaged or is going to be getting engaged soon. Or she could be about to start a new job with a new family, maybe on TV or in public relations. I feel like she's about to start a new journey in her life, and she just wants to get on with it. So this is the route that she wants to take for herself, and her motive for putting distance between her and Trump. Because with reconciliation here, as a clarifier for what's above, this is a broken agreement, a broken promise, a broken treaty, or all of the above, depending on the layer that I'm in, that I'm talking about. Which could, like I said, also be Trump's motivation for wanting to clash or start some kind of war with Iran. A broken treaty could be his excuse. But it's also would be perfect timing, right? It would also be perfect timing to save his ass and make the world come together and support him, he thinks. But there's failure in this idea, right? This King reverse doesn't get success. I guess out of respect for everything that he's done for her, right? Right? He's given her a helping hand, that she wants to try to accommodate him and make him comfortable, as well as accommodate her legal responsibilities. So she's going to try to stay neutral. And I'm going to move these clarifiers now. She's going to try to stay neutral here and be vague. Yeah, I think this was here. Okay. Fright clarifies this Two of Swords next to this Ten of Cups. With her moving forward, there's some sort of total change or transformation coming between her and her family, or her friends. And I feel like she sees Trump as family. And the party as her family. I feel like this must represent the collective, the public, as well as Republicans. So there's some sort of change here in the way that I'll just say there's a change between them. I'm not quite sure in what way. Because if she goes on to some public relations job, it'll surely be for the Republicans. If it's political. But there's like a change here in their receptivity to her. So I'm confusing myself with too many layers. Emotionally, she may reveal her feelings. She may express her feelings in some sort of way. I feel like some truths get revealed. Something that we were in the dark about, or that was murky, is going to come out. The moon reversed is a truth comes out. And a Trump will try to twist or distort that truth that comes out. But she gets some kind of sympathy. It may be a deception, this sympathy, that she plays for sympathy. She gets some kind of sympathy. The Republicans maybe give her some kind of sympathy, but there's deception in this sympathy. It's not real, is what I'm trying to say. It's either fabricated by them, or it's fabricated by her for the purpose of sympathy. What gets revealed could show that Trump is a con. Trump is a con artist. Trump did with malice aforethought seek to deceive through trickery and through hiding and avoidance of evidence, or falsification of evidence, through cheating and lying. That may be what gets revealed. It may be revealed somewhat through her testimony. It may be revealed through some sort of discovery that comes out, soon. In some way, that shows cheating and lying, that he didn't deserve his win. This may come out in some way or fashion within the next 2 weeks or so. Big cheating of groups of people. But like I said before, I think Hope Hicks is engaged or is going to get married soon. If she isn't involved already, I feel she will be getting involved soon. But I feel like she's making plans to move forward. So I feel like she's already involved, either with a relationship or a new project, like a creative project or job. I feel more so like it's a relationship, though. There's some sort of commitment that she wants to move into. Move or change for the better for her. With the moon reverse clarified by weakness, what is revealed, it will make you sick, or will make us sick, or will be involving threats to national security. This declaration of war or this impeachment, what comes out through these impeachment hearings, is going to make you sick. It's going to reveal threats to national security. On some level, all of this is shared energy. Very soon, very shortly, right? Revealed through public hearing. Whatever is revealed or is declared, it will have great gravity or impact and negativity, and will be hard to clear or overcome. Hard to fix, hard to overcome. And I'm feeling that's kind of like the national security issue. And war with Iran, if there is one, or clash with them. With this Two of Cups here, everything kind of flowed enough to where I felt like it's cohesive enough to where I could follow. But when I got to this Two of Cups, I was thrown off. Like, what is this Two of Cups talking about? And so that's where I'm talking about. I think maybe she's in a relationship, because this is her reading, really. But what's revealed could have something to do also with some secret that's revealed, or national security threat that's revealed could have something to do with Jared and Ivanka. Could have something to do with a couple, with two people, a man and a woman, and their cooperation or their connections, right? This could also be friendly support is given to Hope Hicks during her speaking, right? And it's her party shows friendly support, or they treat her nice, yet they're not in agreement with her. They're not true friends. But I think that they treat her nicely in public, right? I think that they don't want people to sympathize with her too much, so they treat her. They're not going to attack her too strongly, okay? But they will deny, but they're not going to directly come out and attack her. I don't think so. She could be revealing or confirming secrets about connections. When I clarified this I got the blonde woman. The blonde woman is called out here. The blonde woman could be Ivanka, or it could be on another level, Kellyanne, being called out by Congress, right? And we know that's going on right now. They want Kellyanne out. But let's just get off Kellyanne. There's definitely a blonde woman here being called out. Blonde. They're going to call her up soon, or call her out soon. Call her to come forward soon to give testimony. That may be what's going to happen by coming soon. We've got the Knight of Wands here, so it's going to be soon. But this woman uses trickery, is being coy. If it's referring to Hope Hicks's party, or the Republicans and how they treat her during her hearing, it's like I said, there's deception, there's trickery, there's coyness. It's not the sweetness shown, I don't think, is real. There's some sort of rushing development, some sort of breaking news. Some sort of fast change here, some sort of breaking news. Maybe it will coincide a declaration or something, I don't know. Again, I'm not sure how connected I am. I just see some breaking news and an inability to express oneself fully. There's rushing, pressing. And things happening right away. Again, calling in a blonde woman or calling out. And there's other stuff here, but I'm not smart enough to pick it up. I'm not smart enough to pick it up, or I'm not connected enough to pick it up right now. There's something else here that wants to be said, but I can't pick it up right now. So, we've got the Moon reverse and the Ten of Wands, and I believe this is Hope Hicks's line. So she's definitely going to be unburdening herself, releasing information. There's some secrets that's going to get revealed, or things are going to be uncovered that have been covered up. There's a presenting of documents or information, right, that she confirms and this will be a setback for the Republicans, or a setback for Trump. It's very hard and difficult for her to do this. This feels like an act of betrayal to her family, and they see it as an act of betrayal as well. But in the end, she just wants to serve her interest and move on with her life. Hope Hicks is no innocent. She's just... you guys know what she is. She hopes that she can recover and not be blighted by this association. So she's thinking about herself right now. Right? It's a difficult situation because what if he wins? So I feel her confusion and her fear. At the end of the day, though, she has to she has to come forward and speak. She's agreed to. But maybe she'll, like I said, she's going to be vague in some ways. Some things she's going to try to keep back. But there's some things that she can't help but will confirm, right? Her anxiety will be played on. And, people who are experts at that will be able to get her to reveal things that maybe she thought she wouldn't reveal, or there's a slyness here, so I really hope that this is making sense, because I really don't feel connected today. With this Eight of Cups here, the new energies or energies that are coming in that are influencing her, the Republican Party, they're getting away from her. There's a sense of abandonment here from supportive friends, abandoned by supportive friends or party colleagues. They may cut her loose or say negative things about her, but I feel it will be afterwards, not during, right? Because they don't want her to it to look bad by ganging up on her, I think. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to deny facts presented. They're just not going to be objective. They're just not going to deal directly with the facts. They're just going to talk over it with subterfuge and bullshit. And distort it, or, just anything to not deal directly with it. That's how the Republicans will approach facts during these hearings, which isn't fair to the American people. They owe the American people so much more than that. But they're here for Trump. They're not here for you. That's why you shouldn't vote them back in 2020. There's a lot of confusion here in how they should act. They feel torn too. Because she's supposed to be beloved Hope Hicks. And they don't want to give her... They don't want to appear too sympathetic, right? They still have to go on the attack, but they're going to try to attack the facts. I clarified this with important revelation. So this tells me that Republicans at the hearing will deny her and her revelations or information that's presented. They don't want to listen. They're obstructing the integrity of the information. And all the while, like I said, remaining nice. I think all criticism of her will occur after the hearing, if it occurs at all. Others involved do not want to listen to details. They don't want to believe the details, and they are accusing the details of being twisted or distorted and using no objectivity. And then there's someone here, it could be Trump, refusing to or denying, could be someone else, could be Congress, refusing or denying to sign a bill of great importance. This man of the law, or the lawyer card, it looks fuzzy to me, so I hope it's not too fuzzy. I need new glasses, so I can't really tell if it's really out of focus or if it's just my eyes. This could represent the senators. This could also represent, I found this card to represent Elijah Cummings to me. So he could be issuing a subpoena soon, Elijah Cummings, in the next couple of weeks. Again, it could be to the blonde girl, the blonde woman, to Ivanka or to Kelly or someone else. National security threat. This could be that Kirsten girl, Kirsten Nelson. She's a blonde. But there could be some kind of subpoena coming out soon. And it could even be towards Mueller. I feel Mueller will speak in July, officially. Although if it is Mueller, he still wants to, or McGahn, it's shared energy, right? It's shared energy. They don't want to deal with this, the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Swords reverse. I feel the call or the subpoena, not the subpoena. I feel the invitation will be rejected, not honored. The invitation with the Knight of Cups here is reversed by a learned man, by the lawyer. This could be McGahn, this could be Mueller. This could be by their advisors. Don't go. I'm not going to rule out Jared being called up either, because he's a lawyer. I know I'm just all over the place, but any of this shit could happen. 10 million things happen a week, so that is what it is. I feel like Mueller is going to be subpoenaed. I don't know if this is behind an unwillingness, an emotional unwillingness to show up, because if that's the case, then I'm going to have to look into Mueller, because Mueller might be dirty. But I don't want to believe that. I feel this may be a tactic, that maybe legally it looks better if he is subpoenaed. I don't know. But I feel he will have to be subpoenaed to come in, because there's reluctance to accept an offer. Not reluctance, there's a non-acceptance of an offer. Right? It has to be enforced. and there may be a fine enforced to someone, and I don't think that's to Mueller. I think it could be to someone. Someone may have an enforced fine coming soon if they don't show up. What you need to start doing is arresting people. Democrats are being too diplomatic, and you need to start playing, bringing to this gunfight actual guns. I'm really disappointed in the Republicans, and that's what sets apart the Republicans from the Democrats. Is the Republicans are fighters, and the Democrats are talkers. It's time to fight. I hope this reading made some sense. Emotionally, I feel Hope Hicks is breaking away. She is releasing herself. She's trying to be rational or see reason. I don't feel like she's willing to go to prison for Trump, but it's a tearful goodbye for her. You can see because he, in her eyes, did a lot for her. And like I said, Trump is derailed. Trump and the Republicans are a bit derailed because of this, right? It's impossible not to have stepped in Trump's shit. And this guy here, Jared, or Trump Jr., they're definitely dirty. There's illumination of that dirt that cannot be denied or distorted. I feel like with the CASA here reversed, the Trump and the White House, in terms of Hope Hicks, because it's supposed to be her reading, and I know I'm all over the place, assume a less supportive role of her now going forward. And like I said, Trump goes crazy, loses his shit, and he begins to start losing more support from his own party, especially behind this Iran thing. Hopefully, Republicans will see the truth behind it all. But I've lost complete faith in them as decent beings. Power and control is more important than lives. But with this hangman, this card is saying that Trump's behavior is going to become even stranger than usual. If you can believe that. In Impediment Reverse talks about mental disorders, psychological disorders, and this is an insane asylum. They're all together reflecting Trump's behavior. So things are going to start getting wild and crazy, guys. Hang in there. I guess that's it. I guess that's it for now. I feel like I'm leaving you hanging, and I feel like I'm left hanging too. But that's all I can give you for now. Thanks for tuning in. Bye. Oh, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, to support the channel, become a Patreon subscriber, and thank you and bless you all.